You have to read the history of slavery to understand this. There were two kinds of Negroes. There was that old house Negro and the field Negro. And the house Negro always looked out for his master. When the field Negroes got too much out of line, he held them back in check. He put them back on the plantation. The house Negro could afford to do that because he lived better than the field Negro.
Word, Malcolm. I made documentation for moderation based on observation, proclamation, provocation, thanks to the connotation. This muddy lens and need to cleanse like inoculation. I'm making amends, connecting ends like an occupation. My moral source are taking course via obligation. And may retort but won't contort more than conversations. With much vigor I can't rigor on the complications. Not a stickler of Hitler but my camp is in the concentration. Embodied the godly for the likes of personification. Likely your body thinking rightly of its compilations. This damnation's narrow-minded due to its damnations. Victims of a system looking similar to a plantation. Isolation's a remedy in terms of counteracting self-sufficiency is eventually the virgin sound of rapping. I'm expelling my sound more than a spell that is bound. I take the apprehension for extension that this country was found. My circle of peace simply circles with ease. No verbal appease going beyond 80 lines of an eternal reach. I'm jumping hurdles to nearly humble the breach. But one befuddled the teeth like the lines within a universal speech. Knowledge is universal, take advantage of its bearings. There's still light within the plight of this words ensnaring. To each his own is what he deems to be dignified. But the powers that be will cop and plea for what they signify. Initial ethics I know code more than a court oath. There's no smoke from what I spoke whenever going to quote. The moment you hear it is a moment in spirit when others endure it. Similar to the lines of an opening lyric. My emotions and power notions are purely comical. While emotions are out of commotion fit the prodigal. You seem illogical through the pits of forced obstacles without evidence being plausible and thoughts being abominable. No longer do I harbor the cuss, I'm on a juxtaflux. That will is a must, I'm feeling the bust more than feeling the thrust. I'm changing my life without any way ever gauging a fright. Evading contrite to reveal the will of a stable sight. Utilization, experience can conquer trepidation. Experimentation can find the depths more than excavation. The shock value adds volume to the exclamation, providing a wall against any and all threatening deprivation. This current year has provided strength upon my sanity, but candidates show me less than their thoughts upon my vanity. The lowest favor within my nature pays hamsily. There's no greater conveyor of layers for such humanity. Amen. Anticipating my hardships no matter the given form. Commemorating my heart's wit when it's faster driven and born. My faith is placed within the peers of step to the nearest respect to the point where I don't feel the complex. I circumvent to a certain extent with purpose intent to determine that concurrent content. Eliminating the detrimental towards the instrumental, highlighting the supplemental in hopes it'll benefit the monumental. There's no tolerance towards attitudes of uncouth. There's malign in certain signs when undergoing that one's youth. My preparation extends as much as a revelation, layered in its annotation, fresh like its vegetation. I usually welcome scrutiny whenever forthright. My continuity's immunity will never force to write. I'm more akin to what's within whenever my form's right. Aligning my time is like it was rhyming when I'm scoring to write. Imperfections are merely symbols materialized, organic within a nature to where I really can improvise. I won't confess it with less, even express my contest. The pride within my stride assures that I can thus rest. Homage.
He ate better, he dressed better, and he lived in a better house. He lived right up next to his master in the attic or the basement. He ate the same food his master ate and wore his same clothes. And he could talk just like his master. Good diction. And he loved his master more than his master loved himself. That's why he didn't want his master hurt. If the master got sick, he'd say, "What's the matter, boss? We sick?" He was as sick as the master. When the master's house caught a fire, he'd try and put the